In 2017, Aaron Joel was a tall, handsome, 41-year-old free spirit. He left his family home in Oklahoma and moved out to Oregon and moved into this commune. But shortly after moving in, Aaron got restless again and began traveling all over the United States. So he left the United States and he went to Nepal and began traveling all over Nepal. He met this wonderful young woman from Switzerland named Ladina, and the two fell madly in love. In 2014, the pair got married and they bought a house together and settled down in Switzerland. But in 2017, Aaron's wanderlust reared its head again, and he settled on attending that year's Burning Man. And he goes back to Oregon in the United States, and he meets up with a very close friend of his named Justin. From there, they drive in Justin's big van. They get to Nevada, they drive out to the Burning Man site. And so by that afternoon, Aaron and Justin had made lots of new friends, and they were out partying and dancing. Towards the end of every Burning Man, they will build this 40-foot tall wooden man effigy, and they will burn it to the ground. And so on the night, their group began making their way over to the wooden man effigy. All around this wooden man are what they called rangers. They're basically security guards for the event that also have some fire training. Aaron would turn to Justin and say, "Hey, I have some friends from Switzerland who are here right now. They're on the other side of the effigy, and I'm gonna go see them right now." And a little while later, when the sun had gone down, they lit the effigy. And so this huge wooden man effigy goes up in glorious flames, and everyone's so amazed by it. And then finally, when the fire is just about out, the crowd of people begin to disperse. Someone who was at the event, who apparently knew Justin and knew Aaron, came running over to Justin and frantically told him this totally shocking story about something that happened to Aaron. After Aaron told Justin that he was going to go to the other side of the crowd, and he made his way over to that far side of the crowd, but we don't know if he actually met up with friends from Switzerland. And once he was over there, he pushed his way towards the front of the crowd, and then after the effigy was set alight, at some point, Aaron was able to sprint directly into the bottom of this massive effigy, right into the fire. Aaron would ultimately only be inside of the flames for 12 seconds before the Rangers were able to go inside and pull him out. Aaron would be rushed to the hospital, but he would die that night. Aaron was completely sober at the time he decided to run into the Burning Man, and so it was determined that his death had to be a... However, his family and his friends and anybody who knew him are just totally not buying the idea that he decided to commit, especially like this. At this point, no one has come close to figuring out what this other thing could be. And so to date, his death still remains largely a mystery. Here is a picture one of the bystanders took of Aaron as he charges into the fire.